Right, we're starting section 27 here in the town of Aubonne. Town of Aubonne. Oh, what a great place to start. All right, I'm going to step in for a bite to eat before I get going. Look at that monastery. All right, today's a long one. It's 30 kilometers. I'm going to break it into two and only do 10 kilometers today. And then I'll do 20 tomorrow. So I'm going to stay in the town of Yili. The town of Alpine. This is like right out of the movie Chocolat. I got another hazelnut pastry, and this. So I asked, is that caramel? She said no, and as best in English as she could conjure. She said it's basically apple juice that's, basically cooked down to a pretty thick. Yeah, it's just got a little texture to it, a little push on it, and she said it ends up tasting like caramel. So I'm really excited to get into this. Wow, I might have to go back for another. That tastes like really soft caramel. I have to go get that piece of paper now. That is one of the best pastries I've ever had. Ever. Wow. Okay. I'm speechless. Tune in in a second because we'll get some more. So I went back to the bakery, to the pastry shop, and got another one of those things. Whew, that was darn good. I see. Okay, well, what's through here? Another fountain. Okay, I guess we go up. This will be pretty neat. Oh, look at that beehive. Holy cow, look at it move. Oh man, that's a pretty active beehive. So that's the courtyard I was just sitting in down straight below where the workmen are. How gorgeous the mountains are. Well, I gotta say this is a pretty robust beginning to stage 27. Pretty solid. This is a school, so I'm treading lightly. All right, well, we're going to be hiking straight ahead somehow. Great view. All right, here we go again. Section 27, starting off strong. I mean, holy cow, we just left town and this is the start of the vineyard walk. So it's going to be 30 kilometers, but if it's 30 kilometers like this, wow, that's a good 30 kilometers. I know we're going to stop through some of these little towns that are the namesakes of a lot of the kind of retail white wines you'll find in all the grocery stores here. And give it a try since I'm here. Fesci and Royas and a few others. This is the town of Fesci, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's definitely a wine with that town and name on the label, and these have got to be the grapevines, although these are pretty young. All right, welcome to the town of Aubonne. So this is a bigger town, obviously, as you can see. Just kind of stretched on. I slowly got lured into town, forgot to start filming. I mean, Lake Geneva has no place to go. I mean, this is it. This is the valley. Well, that helps it to be as big as it is. Beautiful flowers. Well, welcome back to the late afternoon views of the Swiss Alps in the distance over Lake Geneva, the vineyards of Vaud, and we're high enough on this ridge to actually have a working farm, a couple of cows. I haven't seen them in a long time. Nice to see cows. I miss them. There's always a cow at a higher altitude here in Switzerland. Well, the hike has left the vineyards and we've moved into the mountain a little bit. So this is a cute little town here, a little farming town. I hope you can hear the cowbells. Maybe the last cowbells we hear for the Swiss Alpine Panorama Trail. I hope not. Of course, there's a truck in the background now. I haven't stopped to talk about the bees very much, but these beehives are kind of all over the place, which is, I think, great. I think there's a countrywide effort to maintain and grow the bee population. All right, we're almost done for the day. This is Vichy, and wow, this is a step back in time. We are just on the outskirts of Gilly, and so I'm looking forward to grabbing some dinner and laying down for a little bit. But before I could do that, I needed to turn on and show this step back in time. We are, I mean, this is excluded area. If they wanted to be, they could just be on their own. Amazing. Beautiful stuff. All right, check this chateau out. You know, it's the classic front courtyard, and then the stables are going to be on the other side with a separate entrance. Just gorgeous. Oh, the stables might have been over there, and then this would be, I don't know, servant entrance. Wow. I'm excited to get to the end. It's been a long hike across this country, a beautiful one. So, I'm going to turn off for today. I will see you in the morning. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Good morning. Welcome to Swiss Cheese Trails. We are on section 27, This is a very long one. It's 30 kilometers, so spent the night in the middle of it in the town of Healy. It's a new day and new pronunciation. And we are in the next town, Bruzen. We've got morning sun going on, so we're gonna have some different looks at Lake Geneva and the mountains behind it, because the sun's in the east, whereas the last time I turned on, the sun was in the west. And you could, sun being in the west, it gave us a look back at the snow-packed peaks pretty easily. So this morning we got to see some of the peaks, snow-packed peaks, but you know, from the other side. What is new to me, aside from trying to figure out the mountain peaks, is straight ahead. So we now have some visualization on the mountains down along the French-Swiss border of Geneva. And that is, oh, that's a tall mountain. Hi, I'm in the town of Begins, and just wanted to point out this building here, this church. All right, so I'm in the town of Begins, and wow, don't know when that was built. This is a beautiful town. We had a couple of chateaus on the way in. The French influences, well, pretty obvious. Beautiful. All right, we're in the center of town now, and man, these little towns where there's no one around, there's always a car. I'm always amazed at how busy the roads are. All right, we've turned a little more foresty. We've got a river here, but this is a great example of defenses. These are anti-tank barriers, and they're lining pretty much the riverside. So I guess they're protecting the town. I can never understand which direction the barriers are supposed to be directed. So if somebody knows, certainly put a comment down. One side has got a slope. It looks like the tank would roll up that and get stuck up on top. So I assume that the direction is towards protecting the town. The tanks would be stuck here. I've seen these randomly, and I think I've filmed them a few times, but this is the first kind of long. This is the modern meaning last century, the defense mechanism of the 1900s. All right, here are some more, but the river, or the side stream, there's a lot going on here and I can't explain it. So clearly the water's continuing to be directed to the side of the main river, and we've got some more protections. Given the direction that those are, it's clear to me that these are all guarding the town behind me from somebody coming up, or an invading army coming upstream, upriver. All right, there's no mistaking this. Talk about good protection for your suburban home. This is clearly a machine gun nest. What is fascinating is there's screws in here ready to go for screwing down a machine gun. And this, I assume this barricade is going to walk with us all the way down to Lake Geneva. Holy cow. Well, I think that's good. Enough military talk for now, and we've gotten some good views of this town approaching the water. The water meaning Lake Geneva. So I'm going to tune off, and I will tune in again when we hit the lake. Good morning. We are still moving along section 27, the Swiss Alpine Panorama Trail, and we are on our way to Nyon. In the process, the path goes through the Domaine Imperial Golf Club. And we're going to be on this, we're going to be zigzagging between holes for a while. The defensive line is still here. I've been walking for a lot of kilometers, and the time-elapse version has, you know, is recorded many of those kilometers that I've walked along the river. It's still here, and it's amazing. This thing must go for 5 to 10 kilometers up to, you know, the end of the valley, river valley. Well, I made it to the golf club, as you saw in the previous video, and that goes down to the lake. I took a side path. This is, well, it's on the map, so let's just leave it at that. And I'm able to get my feet in. So I haven't done this. I've walked all the way from Vevey to here. I don't know how many kilometers that is. A lot. And I've not put my feet into Lake Geneva. And now I have. And it's cold. Cold enough for me to step out while filming and to warm up. But look at how clear this water is. Wow. And these are big rocks out here. I could see looking down that, you know, like Lake Superior, I said there's just this, the underlying here is you know, mountainous stone. And so there are some sandy areas, but that's, I think, more rare than the bigger rocks. And moraine fall, there's just a lot of stuff here. I mean, this has all been glaciated. It's a big lake. That's a big glacier. You know, glaciers get big. Obviously, I'm from Lake Michigan, which is the fourth largest lake in the world. And all the Great Lakes are big time glaciers, all completely dug out by glacier. And multiple glaciers, multiple time periods, which I assume this as well. Right, we are outside of Nyon. We were coming off the lake. It was pretty busy, as you can imagine. But in front of me is the Swiss National Museum of the area in a chateau. Pretty decent chateau. So I'm about 37 kilometers right now from the finish line. Unbelievable. How about that? All right, we are coming to the end. We're in Nyon. We got about a half K left along the train tracks. And before we hit the train tracks, we got a little view, Lake Geneva, and some more vineyards and some more houses. So this is the way we want to remember this stage. And I will tune out. Today, it's been, yeah, right now I'm at 12 miles in 5 hours. So add a few to that, a few minutes and a few points of a mile. Whew. So that was only 2/3 of the section, right? The first third I did yesterday. All right, look at this. Oh, look at the chateau straight ahead. Oh man. So this is Nyon. I am missing something. This is pretty gorgeous. I assume 28, we're going to come off the train station, head on down to those chateaus, and then we'll be heading into the city of Geneva, which I have still yet to have been to. So it's all going to be great. We'll discover it together. Of course, all this I've never been to, so it's not like that's any different. Wow. Fantastic. All right, thank you for coming along with me on this beautiful hike. Stage 28. On paper, boy, it looked like a bear. It was long, but man, this is just so beautiful. And I've now really gotten into this portion of the hike because of the food. I've turned it into a little bit of what civilization has to offer in addition to nature. And I've really enjoyed the French aspect and of course the cooking.